I am back. I took a little summer break. Sometimes you need a little break from everything. So here I am. I am back with my podcast or blog, whichever it is. It is a yarn, sewing, crochet, knitting, and some other random things that I like to show here and there. But mostly that is all. Where have I been? Here in my house, being a mom and doing house things. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see my stories and you'll stay up to date with what the heck is going on with me. But that is all I have to say to you guys right now. Yeah, I just been doing that. I went to the Pride Parade. As you can see, there's a little Pride flag in my head right there. I went over there and enjoyed it. I went to a water park with my family. I had fun, and that's it. My life is not very interesting. The other thing I've been doing is getting all my paperwork ready for school. I'm going to start beauty school to finish the hours I had to complete for this date so I can actually have a cosmetology license. And yeah, I talked to my local yarn shop to see if they would like to carry some of my bags. So we'll see if something happens about that. I am going to Vogue Knitting Live in September, the one in San Francisco, which is super exciting. I have not bought any yarn at all. I received yarn from a friend. I'm gonna say nameless, but I received some yarn from her. And what other thing? Yeah, I'm excited. I'm just waiting to go to Vogue Knitting Live and like blow the budget, like just blow it out. But I'm excited. There's gonna be a Huloko, which I like her yarn and her dyeing techniques. I like her colors. There's gonna be knit picks, which I'm waiting for because that way I don't have to pay shipping costs. I don't have to spend $50 to actually get what I want or what I need. And there's the Q, it's gonna be over there, and I've been seeing some of the new bags that are like kind of purse bags, which I am interested in, and the prints they're carrying now. So let's see. And I'm thinking the thing I am thinking I'm going to look for when I go to Vogue Knitting Live is gonna be a loom. I want a tiny loom, because everybody's into that now, and I want to get into the loom. Spinning, I don't know. It doesn't interest me as much. I would like somebody to spin for me, not me spinning. But yes, more about that when I get closer to it, because I know I'm gonna get really excited. If you're wondering, I'm not taking a plane. I'm going to drive 12 hours to go to San Francisco. I will drive the first 6 hours, and then my husband will drive the rest of the 6 hours, or in between we'll change, or maybe less hours I will drive. I just want him to rest because he'll be coming from a work trip that day, and he's gonna be exhausted. So I really wanna just drive. And I know me, if I drink some coffee, just straight black, I'm gonna be up like all night because I don't drink coffee, and coffee like affects my system really fast. Like I get really jittery and awake. I can't go to sleep. So if I stay awake until 5 a.m. in the morning because I have anxiety, I imagine driving with caffeine, I should be okay. But yeah, let's get started with this knitting crochet podcast, because did I say who I am? This is who I am. You can find me on Instagram. I never say that. Instagram, Ravelry. I changed my name. I'm Ashley Love Makes as well on Ravelry. And here on YouTube. I don't have a Facebook. I have a Facebook, but I don't really use it, so it's better on Instagram. I'm always there, so you can always talk to me. In Ravelry, you can leave me some messages. I enter like once a month, maybe, or twice a month. It depends the patterns I want to buy, you know. But yes, I am Ash Love Makes everywhere, and the links are going to be in the description below, in the little description box. I always put those links in. I'm not putting links of patterns that I'm using or anything like that, but if you go to my Ravelry, you will find them in my library or in my projects because they're finished. And I usually am really good at putting my finished projects there if there is a pattern on Ravelry, I mean. But yes, I am here, I'm back, and now let's really talk about yarn things. So let's start with finished objects. So I was in this kick of making loofahs. I found a pattern here on YouTube, and I made these two loofahs. They're made with Lily Sugar and Cream, which is the same as Peaches and Cream or Bernat Cotton. They're all from the same company. So yeah. So this aqua color, and this fuchsia. I just used scraps. I remember it when I did the dishcloth one. So I still have some of that fuchsia from the dishcloth. So I did this one. It's pretty easy. It ruffles up. You just start with a circle, and then it starts. It's just it's a circle, but it starts ruffling up by itself. I haven't used mine, and as you can see, I haven't woven ends in. And this one, I made it with Lily Sugar and Cream in gray and scrubby yarn from Red Heart. My husband used it, and he told me it was a little too intense scratchy. But I think this one, because it's a regular scrubby, but if you get the cotton scrubby, it's a little bit more gentle. I think you can mix it in and it'll be a little bit more softer scrub. But I'm gonna rip this one out and do it again without the scrubby yarn so he can use it, because it is a little too intense. So yeah, this one was a fail. So don't use your regular scrubby on this for your skin. Other things I have finished, I'm going to get them over here. I should have put this in my lap, but as I am. So this hat, I finished the hat. So did I woven this? Oh yeah, I woven the ends. I think I'm going to put a pom-pom on this. Maybe I'll give it to my daughter, maybe not. I have no plans for it, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it, but let's see. So I finished this. It's neon pink from Hobby Lobby, dog hair, and this gray right here is Bernat Baby, in the gray color. This is scraps, so I really don't have ball bands, but I remember what yarns there were. So this is another hat. You're gonna see all the ends, guys, because I did not weave in the ends. I'm being a bad person here. Look at that. Look at that. I'll weave in all the ends later on. I like to weave in the ends, but for these I got kind of lazy, and I just wanted to watch Supernatural and crochet hats and just go round and round and round and stitch colors and use and bust some stash. Yeah. So this one I use some. This is the only little scrap of blue that I had of this blue. If you see, the other blues are different, but it really doesn't matter. It's in the top of the head, so yeah, just use all the scraps. this is the same Bernat Baby in the color gray, and this right here is Super Saver in the color navy, and this one I think it's Super Saver as well. I don't remember the blue. It might be jean or something, or some other type of color. But yeah, I'm just using all the scraps. This one, I did all sizes. And this one, I use a Karen cake in the color Pumpkin Spice and some brown. Is that Super Saver? I think it's some brown Super Saver, or no, this is Loops and Threads. Some brown Super Saver for that. So this one has a little bit of wool because of the Karen cake. And you can see the color changes. I did not have a full Karen cake for this pumpkin spice color. I had like a third of the Karen cake. I think a third or half of the Karen cake, because I bought it for a project that we were doing at Michael's that my daughter participated in. We were going to do little pumpkins. So that is what I had, and I actually got two halves out of it. 2 or 3? 3. This one's part of it. Yeah. Yes. 3 hats. 3 hats out of like a half of a Karen cake. So if you do charity crocheting, or if you do knitting, you're gonna have even more yardage to work with. But with crochet, you can even get more hats. I had a half of a ball. I got 2 adult size hats. These ones are even like man size hats. They're like big on me. See, they're big, even though I like big hats. This one is a little too loose for me. So I got 2 man size hats out of a half a cake, and 1 child or baby size hat. This one, I'm thinking I might rip it out and make it a little bit smaller so it's a little bit longer, because it is too shallow for me, I think. But yeah, so you mix it up with some other yarn and you can get a bunch of hats out of 1 cake. And then I did this one using some Red Heart. No, this is Bernat Super Value Black, and some neon yellow from Hobby Lobby. And this pattern is from Bob Wilson 123. Yeah, I've messed it up. It's not as good as it's supposed to be, but it is pretty. I don't think anybody will mind that it's not perfect. After I finished it, I was like, I think I fudged it up, but yeah, I wasn't doing the counting part. But I think it turned out pretty okay. And I did a little yellow, neon yellow pom-pom for this one. And it's pretty big. It's a slouchy hat. It can be man or women, it depends. Your head size. We all have different heads. And I used this neon yellow. I think I still have some neon yellow. I have so much of that neon. I bought it to make that Yoshi a few, like, I think it was last year I did that Yoshi, and I still had a bunch of neon colors like orange and yellow, and I love neons, but you can't use it on everything all the time, because I don't know, I like it, but sometimes it's too shocking. Like, maybe it's you're walking at night, people can see you with this hat. But yeah, I had too much of it and I didn't know what else to do with it, so I kind of mixed it all in. So if you remembered, I made those cupcake hats for my nephews last Christmas. So because I took out the colors, I divided the colors of the cupcake to actually get the striping that I wanted. get thinner striping instead of like 3-inch stripes, 3 or 4-inch stripes that the cake actually makes. I divided it so I can make like 2-inch stripes, and this is the yarn I had left of those cupcakes. And because it's a DK weight, I had some DK navy blue, and I striped it in, and I got a child size hat with the little pieces of that cupcake, and it looks pretty cute. I just joined it as I saw fit. The colors ended. Here goes the orange, and then the lighter here, and then the green, and then this one has a little bit of blue here. But it still looks cute. Like, I think it's adorable. It's an adorable little boy hat or girl. And then I have this one right here, which is using some, oh, and that navy blue that I put on that hat, I had it since I started crocheting. So 6-7 years ago. Yeah, it's old yarn. I had to get it out of my pile of keeping yarn, like my box of scraps. So here I have this yarn. This is using that same blue from Red Heart. This is the white from Smart Craft yarn from Michaels. I don't like that yarn, but here it is. Here's this hat. I need to wash all these hats so they can soften up a little bit. It's an affordable yarn, that Craft Smart yarn, but it's not the best feeling. Like, it's even worse than Red Heart. Red Heart is like better quality than that. That one is like, it's cheaper. It's like $2 and something, but I don't like it. The white is kind of like translucent. I don't like whites that are translucent. So yeah. So this is another hat. I used some DK brown that I had since, again, I started crocheting, and they are simple hats. I just used some singles and double crochets, and I know Margaret from Sheepishly Sharing has a video of the Better Late Than Ever beanie tutorial, so it's the same kind of concept. You do singles and doubles to get the striping. Some of them I did them randomly, some of them I did double crochets, all the stripes. It depended how I felt. And this one I made some back and front in the edging, back post and front post double crochets to give it a little bit more. And this is Lion Brand's Pound of Love. The color denim, is it? Or jean? Something like that. I don't know what's with me in jeans today. And then I use some of that. I know the blue, it's Red Heart. I do not know what color it is. And then I use some of the neons, little stripes, to make a little small neon hat. Neon orange, neon pink, and neon yellow from Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. You're gonna see it piling up from the computer. Then, because I had some more of that orange neon and some random, like one like sock yarn, but it was acrylic, and some of that white that I don't like, I made this super chunky hat that has a foldable brim. So you start with the brim because it is a half double crochet brim, so it looks like it's knitted. It has the post right here, little braids, and then you start the hat and you end here in the crown of the hat. It is a little small. It's supposed to fit an adult. I should have gone up a crochet hook size, but I think it's fine for like a teen size hat or a child. And it's pretty chunky and warm. It's kind of like the one that Margaret uses, but this pattern is from Isaac Mizrahi, a pattern that Michael's had a long time ago, like 2 years ago. I got one of those and I never made one, and it's a good, they recommend using their yarn, but it's a good stash buster. Like, I used 3 strands, different sizes of yarn to make bulky weight yarn, and I got this cute hat. I think if I've used all of them, be worsted weight instead of that like fingering weight yarn that I used in here, maybe I would have gotten the size I needed as well. I'm gonna put it over there because that one is tall. So this one, it has that neon pink yarn, and as you can see here, I put a double crochet neon pink because I was running out of the black, and the black is from Loops and Threads. It's heathered, but it has like this little confetti pieces in it, as you can see. It's pretty fun. I have a little bit of that yarn left, so I did that, and then I used some Loops and Threads and Red Hard Super Saver in this one. As you can see, I did the random stripes again. There's a single crochet, and then double crochet, single crochet, double, single, double. Switched it up because I was running out of the orange again. You see, if you're running out, just change the striping technique. Just make smaller stripes of the yarn you're running out of, and then you'll have enough to finish your hat. And it looks cute, you see? It looks really nice. I like this hat a lot. So yeah, this is, you can say they're finished. The officially finished one is this one, because the other ones still have their ends out, but they're finished on my book. They're finished. Other things I've been working on now to go to works in progress. Oh, I have another finished object. What am I talking about? It's right here behind me. Ta-da! Let me show you a pretty thing. Ta-da! There we go. Yes, one handle is lighter than the other one. I know that. I used Karen Big Cakes. I had one of this colorway. It has some cream in it, but I again divided the colors. Guys, don't hate on me, but I do that with the cakes. Not often, but I do it. You can do it. Just cut the cake up. Use the colors you like. Why not? It has some cream in it, but this bag called for 4 colors. So after I did this, I was supposed to put the cream in, but I didn't have any other color. So it would be this light gray that it has right here. So I was like, the stripe's already gray. There's not a lot of difference between these 2 grays. You see? There's not a lot of contrast there. So I was like, nah, I'm just going to repeat the striping again. I'm just going to put the darker yellow here and then the lighter yellow here. And the stripes are going to be the darker gray. I bought another cake, another big cake of these because I was doing another project. It was going to be a table runner. But because it was in half double crochets, no, it was in corner patterning technique, which I suck at it. I never got it right. The count was off. I just ripped it out and decided I'm gonna use this yarn and I'm gonna make myself a tote. So I did, and it's pretty cute. The bottom has gray, and as you can see, this yarn is really cute. It looks hand dyed almost, like it was a gradient set, and just because you can see here this is not perfectly one solid color, neither is this one. Neither the grays, I mean. So it's just half double crochets all around with a 4mm hook, and then it has a the reverse single crochet, and then the handles are made with single crochets, and then you single crochet in the edge to join, because it's a flat piece, and then you join them so they're actually really sturdy. Then you sew the handles to the bag. And I love this bag. It was supposed to be made with Lily's Sugar and Cream. Here's the pattern, Summer Stripes Crochet Tote. I think if you go to Michael's website or the maybe the Yarn Inspirations website, maybe you'll find it. Maybe Michael's has it, or it depends, because it is a Michael's pattern. But you were supposed to use the Lily Sugar and Cream, and you can see how they actually made it look. I think this color combination is pretty horrendous. Why couldn't they pick like a gray or a black to make the stripes, or a cream? Even a cream color would have looked much better than the red. You know. I made it in the colors I desired, and as you can see, in that table right there, that yarn is still part of the cake. So I'm thinking of making another tote and dividing it with the cream color, maybe using more of the grays, or I have another little like backpack pattern video that I want to make. So yeah, it says it's a 9-hour project, but it's not time consuming. It just, because you're using, it recommends a 375, is it 3.75 and F for a 5 US millimeter hook, 3.75 millimeter hook. I used the 4 millimeter because I did not have the 375. As you can see, the stitches are still tight enough, and it really works your hand, guys, because you're just tightening that worsted weight yarn just so hard, and your hands, my hand got really tired. I was putting my gloves on and just stretching my back and just taking breaks. After I did like 2 rows, I was like, okay, let's take a break, because I finished 2 sections and then we'll keep on working. So I actually finished it in like 3 days, because I do not want to stress my hands, my back, or anything like that. I want to keep working with my little hands and not be like, I have claws instead of hands. So yeah. But it is a fun pattern. As you can see, it looks pretty cute if you pick the right colors, because that horrendous thing in the front of the pattern was ugly. But I was like, I need to look in my patterns and actually use the yarn I have and make something cute with it. So I ripped it out and I started something else. I think that's the way I'm gonna kind of swing things now. I'm gonna rip out things and start something else right away with that yarn. Yeah, you can see Jelly. I think she wants to get out, but if I let her get out, she starts breaking things outside this room. So she's staying with me. Let's do this. I have some works in progress. Now she's breaking things. Give me a second. No, you don't bite that. Jelly, pórtate bien. Okay, I'm back. Ta-da! Ta-da! Will there be a day where I show the socks and they actually look normal? Well, maybe if I wasn't in the middle of a row. Right, Ashley? Right? So let's talk about what I did while I finished this row up. So if you remembered, I actually had I was gonna do an afterthought heel on these socks. Yes, I started the afterthought heel, and it started to be really gappy, really ugly, and I was like, nope, no. I'm gonna rip back and just make the regular heel flap and gusset heel. Anyways, it's stronger for my husband, and I like it more. There's nothing wrong with that. Why are we going to change it, right? Oh yeah. And this yarn is really not helpful. This is off from the Cauldron's yarn. I love the colorway, but this base is really, I don't know, it's too thin for my liking. I have to grasp it more and tighten it more. I'm a tight knitter and crocheter, and my hands get really sore if I use all of the force in the world to actually tighten the yarn. So now that I finished the roll, I'm going to show you. So I did switch it up. I did a boo-boo because I forgot to actually pick up some stitches around here, more stitches, to actually not have holes. So I have holes in the corners of the sock here, but I think it's only on one side. I think once I finish it, I'm just going to take some of the yarn and just sew it in there and tighten it up. I have ladders like crazy. I don't get a lot of ladders with magic loop. It's the yarn. And me as well. Let's not blame the yarn. I don't know if this happens to anybody, but when I'm knitting on magic loop, I tend to accidentally like do a, what is it? I loop the yarn in the needle, like right here. I don't know if you can see it. It's supposed to be in the back, but then I loop it around the back needle, and then I start knitting, and I actually I wrap it. I just do a wrap. I wrap the needle, the back needle, and then when I go and do the turn, I have this extra yarn that is not an actual stitch. And that is the reason I've been getting ladders as well. But I had them in the leg. As you can see, there's some here in the leg. But I fixed them. You just have to take, right here you can see that the sash ladder right there. You just have to, after you finish doing everything, you just have to go through and pull the stitches a little bit more to the other side, like spread the tension around, and they'll be gone. So I learned that watching a video, because I was like, nope, this is horrible. And I'm not ripping them back, so yeah. I was feeling really self-conscious. And it's only on one side, and the other side, they don't have ladders, you see? It's all pretty. It's only on one side. This side has ladders as well. Right there, there's a ladder. Right there. And the heel flap and gusset, which is super nice and cute. But this one has a hole too, so I have to sew in the hole on this side. I don't know if this happens to anybody, but when you're doing the decreases for the heel flap and gusset, like when you start doing the gusset, you end up with one side has one more stitch than the other side. At least that happens to me. And it happens in the toes too. Yeah, when I'm doing the Kitchener stitch. I just Kitchener that stitch together with another one. Nobody will notice. I don't notice it. My husband definitely didn't notice. And that's what I did over here. When I finished the round and I counted, I had one more stitch to take off. So at the end, I just took it off. That's it. I have one more extra. I just did one more decrease that I think I didn't have to do, but I did it anyways. So just fudge it. Just, you know, it's on your feet, and nobody's gonna be like, oh my god, you did an extra decrease. These socks are wrong. Nah. Just do whatever you can. So from the last time I showed you, I was here, right here, and then I have worked all this down here. If it was for me, I just had to do the toes and I was done. because they're for my husband. They're a 72 stitch sock, made on a 2.5 millimeter needle, high highas, 40-inch cable, 2 at a time. I'm just explaining myself, you know, I never do that. I still like have like, I'm not even, I think I'm halfway there for the toes. I don't know why I get myself into these things. Just, man, socks are so hard. They just take forever. And I think I haven't finished them because they are 72 inch. There's 72 stitches in the needle. Plus I have 2 of them. And the yarn is really, it's a light fingering weight, which is a pain in the butt. And yeah, I'm like, I'm staring away from all this yarn that's too thin. Man, it's like, it's so pretty. Like, look at the sock. Look how pretty it is. I know they're gonna be beautiful, but it's taking me forever, and I haven't measured them on him. So imagine I finish these socks and they don't fit him. I think I have another recipient. I'll give them to my sister-in-law. She can give them to her boyfriend because I'm not ripping them out. It's too much work. Too much work. So yeah, the colorway of these I'll tell you when I finish them. Hopefully next week because they're for my husband's birthday gift. They are 2 years in the making. Because when I started them, my hand was being weird. So yeah, you know that story. Just go back a few videos and you'll find out all about these socks. And I showed them, they were right here. At least they're almost there. They're almost socks. They're almost there. The good thing is, when I finish these, I don't have to start another one. Like, I have both of them off my needles. And I can start another one, another pair, but for me. Really, I get motivated more making, as you saw, I made the stripy cow socks because it was the cow. I get motivated by cows. I don't know why. I don't know if you feel the same way that you. I really feel like, oh, I'm making this for me. Is there really, like, do I really have to finish this? But then I see a cow and I'm like, I'm gonna cast this on and I'm gonna do it. And even though if I didn't win, I still have a prize at the end of it. I have a finished object. That is my prize. And I am so proud and happy every time I finish something. I think I'm a product knitter more than a process knitter. I think so. Yes, I like to learn new things, but I like finished objects more. Yeah. So the other thing that I've worked a little bit more on, I haven't touched this one in a while as well, but things I did. Remember I told you, oh yeah, I messed up a row and the lace, whatever, I'm gonna leave it like that. Nope. I ripped it out and I fixed it. I don't know why I lie. Why? Why do I lie to you guys? If I'm gonna rip it out, I know myself. I know me. I'm gonna be all crazy and I'm gonna rip it out and do it all over again. So yeah, I counted back and I ripped it out. I think I have to do 3 more repeats of the lace. First time doing lace, and I think it looks pretty sexy. I bought some blocking mats, which are actually kids play mats, but they're much cheaper than the actual blocking mats. Blocking mats are like $20 and they just bring you like 9. So they don't have lines, but I'm thinking maybe I'll just Sharpie the lines in there just to make it straight. Maybe. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, using a Sharpie. I don't think a Sharpie will come off unless you use like like alcohol. So yeah, as you can see, it has little eyelets. This is the Tide Pull shawl by Hugh Loco, if you're wondering. This is one of her designs. She doesn't have a lot of them, but yeah. And I'm doing it in DK weight. I did start this pattern in a fingering weight, as it is recommended in the pattern. But it was going to be a little shawlette, and I really don't like shawlettes. They just seem like they don't protect you from the cold. Just more like a little flimsy thing that you can wear around. This one, when I finish it, I'm gonna be able to wrap myself around and be all warm and toasty. And I'm excited to finish the picot edging for this and then stretch it all out. It's gonna be big. The yarn I'm using, it's some Bernat superwash wool. It's Bernat. It's Peyton's. They're all in the same company, so it's Peyton superwash wool. It was in a mustardy color, as I showed you in one of my past videos, but I actually dyed it with food coloring and vinegar and gave it some brown and some orange tones. The yellow was there, so I think I did add some more bright yellow to like brighten it up. I got this yarn for $1 at Dollar Tree. So you have to keep your eyes out, because sometimes Dollar Tree brings good stuff. Like the stuff that stores don't want, Dollar Tree sometimes has that yarn. So this was a really good find. Like this yarn is usually, depends the store, it is $5.99 or $6.99. It depends the store. So it is a really good find for $1 ball. I got 10, so I got $10. And if I was gonna get 10, just say that it was gonna be more than $10. Just one ball is almost $10. It's $7. So yeah, pretty good deal. And I did not want it to be like a solid color. I want to finish this so I can take it to Vogue Knitting Live, at least have something knitted on me. You know, everybody's gonna have their amazing things. At least Nicole's gonna be there, and I can be like, hey, this is your pattern, if I actually get to see her, because I know she's gonna be super busy. Yeah, and I'm not a fangirl. Like whenever I see, like, if I see people that I like, I'll be like, hey, hi. Maybe I'll take some pictures and post them on Instagram. Maybe not. I'm very shy and I get really nervous, so I don't know. But yeah, just pray for me that I finish this shawl so I can wear it on September 21st. I'm gonna be the 22nd and 23rd over there, because I'm gonna be leaving here the 21st at night. Yeah, so I'm gonna be those 2 days over there. So, and these are the only things I can wear. And anyways, it might be a little too hot, so over there in California for like a wool shawl. We'll see if I wear it. Definitely I'm taking my bag, my crochet bag. So if I don't have anything knitted, I have my crochet bag. I actually am not going to be wearing it. And you're going to see I'm going to have this crazy hair, my jeans, and maybe a Harry Potter shirt. Because I don't have, or maybe the yarn is happiness shirt. And that's my only yarny shirt. So sad. I want another one. But yes. Other things that are not knitted related that I have been working on is in a quilted blanket. So I have this square finish. The star is not perfectly aligned, I know this, but it has to do, because I'm not perfect, I'm not really good, I'm new at quilting, so let's see how this goes. And this is the other one. I'm using scraps of fabric that I have from bags I have made, And the black fabric is some fabric I bought for the inside of the bags when I started my shop, which was a big no-no because we don't put dark fabrics inside our bags. And this one right here, which has some Halloween fabrics from this year and last year's bags. This one from last year, and this one right here is from this year's bags. I'm going to show you the stars. So I have all the stars here finished. As you can see, this one is from bags I've done. Some of them are like perfect, some of them are really wonky, but whatever. This one is from a bag I made for a friend. I still have fabric there. This one is a bag that I made for Christmas exchange, Secret Santa, or when Erin did the Secret Santa event. This one is from last year's Christmas bag I made. This is some mini fabric from some other bags I made as well. This one I use for inside of Alice Creates bags, and this one I just had this cotton fabric here, but I have never made any bags out of it. I think it was something for my daughter, a dress or something I did for her when she was little. I still had that. There's some more fabric, some more stars. You see, some of them are almost there, but not really. Meh. Oh well. Here's this one. Another one. I think they look pretty interesting, even though they're a little wonky. Here's this other one here. Mostly all of them are going to be fabrics from bags. I still don't know how much I need because I'm going to do a twin size quilt, and I know it needs to be 70 by 90, so 70 wide, 90 long, lengthwise. And I already found that the batting I'm going to use. I found a wool blend batting because I really want it to be nice and warm and toasty because I'm always cold, and it is for me. And I just want to cuddle in that quilt watching a movie in the living room and not freeze my butt off in the winter time. So let's see if I can finish this. Today I don't have to cook, so it's gonna be a good day. I just have to vacuum and that's it, and do some, and then I'll just sit my butt and sew all these squares. And I got the binding. Not the binding, just some strips. All black strips with like little designs. And because you have to divide the squares with strips. And I did buy some little charms. Is it charm squares? I don't even know where they are. They're around there somewhere. Which have the colors that the stars have in them. So it's gonna tie all of them together, but they're not gonna have the prints. And for the binding of it, I'm thinking I'm gonna buy some more strips of those. I found them at Walmart, and I'm gonna sew them together for the binding. They're rainbow colored, so they're gonna be all colorful, and they're gonna tie in the blanket together because my blanket has all the colors. So yeah, I'm really excited. I found a quilt shop. I'm gonna go in there hopefully when I have a little bit more money, because right now my shop is really slow, and yeah, I don't have a job, so I'm sorry I don't have big hauls for you guys, but I'm trying to use what I have because there's not a lot of green stuff around me. But I'm doing what I have. I had 2 totes of yarn, which is enough, plenty, like gigantic totes, guys. So that made me realize, dude, are you gonna be able to knit all of this in a lifetime? And I'm like, maybe not. So I do go to Joann's and Michael's and Hobby Lobby, and I look at all the yarn. And there's only one yarn in Joann's that I really want to buy, but I don't know. I kind of lost that interest in buying right now. Like, I can go in and okay. But I think it has to do as well with the interest I'm having with quilting. Um, it's kind of like a new hobby, like a new rabbit hole. I haven't bought fabric for it, just those. Like, I had a coupon and I have some money that I made from things I sold, and that was it. I haven't had an interest as buying fabric like I used to. I just buy fabric for my shop, and whatever scraps I have of that I use now for my blankets. So yeah, I'm trying to be a little bit more conservative in the shopping aspect of it, because school is starting as well, and my daughter needs some school supplies and backpack and clothes and blah 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 blah. You know, all those things. Well, yeah. Now that is all I have to show you in terms of knitting and crochet. And I was gonna say something else. Hair, and if you can like throw Chip, like get him a plane ticket to come and visit me, would be awesome, because I might need his help, because I'm really bad at this, but he's a little bit better. He's like amazing at it. At quilting, I mean, you know. Just let me borrow him for a little bit. Anyways, this is all the knitting, crochet, and sewing things I have to show you. Now I am going to show you some of my bags, and then I'll be gone. And I'll see you next time. I don't know when that's going to be. Hopefully next 2 weeks. Or maybe more. We'll see. So, see you later if you just want to see them. So I have some finished bags. They are fall theme. I'm going to have a sale on August for I'm going to make it a month-long sale. It's going to be a back-to-school sale. So I have some bags here. These are some new project bags with my new label. This says Asheville Leaves. These are Halloween themed, fall themed, with a cream inside. As always, very light, so you can see what you're making. These ones are not ironed, so yeah. Then I have 2 of these drawstring bags. They don't have any interfacing, so they're nice and soft. And they are Halloween themed as well. Pretty comfortable and big. They're cream on the inside. And this one as well. They're all cream this time. There's no special colors on the inside. They're pretty busy on the outside, so yeah. And then I have these ones. The drawstring of this one has a little bit of glitter. Inside is cream. If you've never seen them, they're pretty big. But this is the medium size bag. I haven't made big ones because they are not selling as well. So I'm just making medium size. And if you want a big size, just let me know. And if you want me to make you, if you bought some fabric and you want a bag made out of that fabric, just send me a message and we can talk. I do custom. I don't have the listing for it because I really don't want to get in the business of, oh, you got my stuff and you're not making this for me, and having too many orders at a time and things like that. I don't want to get in that business. So yeah, just contact me and we can work things out. I am very flexible in those things. So this one is more fall themed, just in case you don't celebrate Halloween but you love fall. This is pumpkin patch bags. All the medium sized bags are $20. The drawstring ones are $15. And I have this one right here. This is a sock bag. You can fit mittens and socks. It's a small little bag, but it is pretty spacious, as you can see. I have 2 of these. They're the same print, same zipper and everything. All of them have drawstrings, all of them have handles. Though I eliminated the pockets right now for the time being, I mean. So yeah, that's all I have to show you guys. Links to my shop are going to be down below if you're interested in buying any of the bags. And if you are interested, you can wait until August, which I'm going to have a 20% off all of my inventory, a back to school sale. So yeah, I need to save up for BKL. I need that cash. So yeah, have a good day. Hope you enjoyed this. And as always, remember to do what you love. I'll see you next time. Bye.